Welcome to Solve This Murder. I'm your detective, Bill.
And I am your crime scene criminal and witnesses, Dani. We're on part 5 of Drowning at the Dinner Party.
In part 4, we discovered that Hugh is not married and didn't send that message to Vinny's phone.
He learned that someone had been attempting to get into Hugh's bedroom safe and used video footage to see that both Mandy and Vinny had separately rifled through his office.
And on confronting Mandy, found out that she is in fact investigative reporter H. Wallace. All right, so you're an investigative reporter looking at fraud in the industry.
Yeah, so I've kind of been deep undercover, you'd say, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, infiltrating different owners, trainers, high-stakes bettors, callers, anything basically in the industry, and I'm trying to find out the bits and pieces where things aren't going quite right, because, this is a very high-paying industry, and wherever there's lots of money, there's lots of shady business going on. So I've been infiltrating various groups, like I've been a groom's boy, for grooming horses.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't a boy, but groom's girl sounds weird.
They all sound weird.
And at the moment, for the last several months, I've been a quote-unquote high-stakes gambler.
Oh.
Using my rich parents' money.
Okay, and so you've been investigating Hugh? Or everyone in this group?
A little bit of everyone. I've definitely been trying, but Hugh is the owner of the biggest racehorse in the industry at the moment, and there was bound to be something suspicious there. I'm not surprised. I've been doing this for a while. I've uncovered some huge things, and Hugh feels like he is going to be one of those huge things. I've got some suspicions. I don't want to, go overboard with this or anything. But
you found a criminal racket.
No. That's the thing. It's all individual little bits and pieces. It's not like one big organized thing. It's just an industry like this invites a lot of corrupt individuals.
Interesting. And you were looking for evidence here to support your hunches?
Exactly.
Interesting. Is that why you called Skaz pretending to be Granger's wife?
Huh? No. What would that achieve? He's not married.
Well, somebody called pretending to be his wife to get the phone number of his security guard to then tell him not to be here tonight or last night or whenever the murder took place.
Clearly that didn't work.
No. It's because Hugh had gambled and taken his phone. It's a whole thing. You should listen to the episodes beforehand. We cover all of it.
Wow, he takes people's phones. That's good stuff. She takes out a notepad.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't get very far. I did go a little snooping. All the stuff I found seemed to be above board. I was kind of looking for secret hidey holes and all that. I didn't see anything, and then I got interrupted because that security guard...
Yeah, Vinny came in.
He saw me, so...
Do you know anything about him?
Nah, not a thing.
He was also doing some snooping.
Huh. I guess maybe he's an undercover reporter as well.
Yeah, probably.
I haven't heard of him, but that's kind of the deal.
How strange. What does this mean? Oh, I don't know if there's anything immediate to follow up with her. I don't think there is.
You're welcome to check out my articles.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I will. But first, what I'm going to do is I've got some unfinished business here. Which is, I still have people in this party I haven't spoken to. Like 2 or 3 of them, I think.
2 of them.
I just got so caught up in these leads. I didn't want it, but I'm glad. I didn't want to get dragged down in my same process of asking all these questions to the same people. Now, if I question, I might have a few more little tidbits and tadbits to go on. So I'm going to talk now. I'm going to just take a second. We're going to just take our foot off the accelerator and just go back to smooming around and glooming around. Let's take a second to digest this. What does that mean? She's been investigating. She may be investigating multiple people here. Would that affect the motive at all? Would that affect... No, if someone had discovered she was an investigator, it wouldn't really affect anything. Is it just separate from the murder? Or is the fact that she's investigating here tied to some kind of discovery people didn't want to come out? Are we back on secrets and the protection of secrets through murder? I've got this number spoof to follow up on. Oh. No, she says she didn't call and pretend to get that message. I mean, she might be lying, but now there are secrets exposed, it feels weird that she would be lying about that. It doesn't feel like it would still be a lie. It'd be weird to admit everything you're doing, but then just deny that one of the various methods you used to do it. Okay.
I mean, unless somehow it was the one thing that connected you to murder, but yeah.
Maybe, but I don't know. I feel like she wouldn't be the one who'd want to murder here. Unless he found out, and then... No, even then, it really doesn't feel like there'd be enough murder. You'd feel like at that point you just chalk it up as, well, damn. You know? I don't think that's enough motive. All right, I'm going to talk to these final people I haven't talked to. I'm going to talk to Rex, the most boring person.
Okay. Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
Hi, Rex.
I've been feeling a little left out, honestly.
Yeah, sorry, I got caught up in this whole investigation thing. I forgot to interrogate. Well, I decided against it. I didn't want to get stuck in old habits. I'm trying to improve. It's a self-improvement.
That's fair. Everyone can improve with the right assistance behind them.
Like murder?
No, like horses.
Ah, of course. Rex.
Yes.
Your wife tells me you have a special gift.
You're referring to my whisperings.
Yes, you whisper to animals.
I have been blessed. You can learn so much from the animal kingdom.
Wait, wouldn't that mean they're whispering to you?
It's a mutual communication.
It's a mutual whisper?
Well, I mean, it's not like they talk English, but when you make a connection with an animal in that regard, and you really show it that you are spiritually on its level, you get almost psychic communication.
Interesting. Is that something you used when you were involved in horse racing?
Oh, I was never involved in the racing.
You were not? You didn't bet or gamble? It was all your wife?
Oh, yes.
You had no connection at all?
No, not at all.
Interesting.
Obviously, it was our mutual adoration of horses that drew us together. But no, gambling on it, that wasn't something for me.
Interesting. You never involved with Hugh in training his horse or working in the yards?
No, not at
stables?
all. In fact, poor Hugh, it all seems a little rigged against him right now, doesn't it? I mean,
does it? Has he been performing poorly?
Oh, no, I don't mean the races. I mean this night.
Oh, of course. Of course, his dead security guard.
His security guard. None of us knew the bloke.
Not at all? You don't know anyone else? You hadn't seen anyone here?
Oh, absolutely not. I barely even know the gambling folk.
Interesting. Can you think of any reason someone may have wanted his security guard dead?
Maybe to point the finger at Hugh. Maybe they were upset with Hugh over something. No, it wouldn't be the first time someone has.
Someone has what? Wait, sorry. Wouldn't be the first time someone's what?
Had something against Hugh.
Who has?
Oh, well, I was under the impression that he was a bit of a disagreeable sort of type.
Interesting.
That's...
He seems quite nice to me. Who gave you that impression?
Yasmin did, often. She's been trying to get him in, to help with our pitch, and it hasn't been happening. No, he's been quite uncooperative, according to her.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't really on much more than polite hello terms with him, not being part of the gambling group myself, so perhaps tonight, or last night, was going to be an opportunity to pitch to him man to man.
Maybe. Didn't really work out that way, though.
Well, certainly not. Other things took priority, clearly.
What does the name H. Wallace mean to you?
Absolutely nothing.
Do you know anyone? Do you know? I know often when people's wives are part of a group together, sometimes the husbands might get along a little bit. Do you know anything about Brandon? Brandon Drake?
Brendan Drake?
That's who I said.
No. Again, tonight was the first time I'd met him.
Oh, interesting. Did you meet him? Were you able to speak long? He left quite early.
Absolutely not. No, it was a go in, go out situation.
Interesting. All right, thank you, Rex. Could you leave and whatever room we're in right now, the bathroom,
sure,
and then tell Carolyn to meet me in the kitchen again?
Sure.
Let's talk to Carolyn.
It's lovely to meet you at last.
Hi, Carolyn. I'm so sorry that your husband... Well, I suppose I'm not sorry. I suppose it's good for him that he left so early. Have you heard from him since he left?
Oh, no, I haven't done anything of the sort. We've just been staying here, closed in, locked in, until your investigation's done, which seemed like the proper thing to do.
Fair. What is it that your husband does?
He's a lawyer.
Oh, okay. What? And he was called away.
Yeah. It always is, all hours, client emergencies. Court
Interesting.
coming up next week. Oh no, like it's not going to be delayed, as usual.
Okay, interesting. He's not usually a guest at these sorts of events, is he?
Oh no, this whole industry bores him, really. In fact, he wanted me to get out of the whole gambling thing anyway.
Oh, interesting. Why? You seem to be doing quite well.
Well, you know what? It's been doing fine. Like, let me be honest with you. This is my second marriage. My first husband passed away some time ago. Left me a not inconsiderable amount. And, well, it was enough that I didn't really know what to do with it. So I joined this gambling enthusiast group. And it's been great, but, you know, there are only so many horses you can look at. Running across that field, getting hit by those men, it starts to get unappealing after a while. I got sick of it. So
you wanted to get out?
Yeah, I've been looking into moving aside, sort of exactly like Yasmin was. It seemed like she was doing great, so I was thinking of, becoming the business side. Hey, maybe I'd become an owner, like Hugh, or something, just to get a little bit away from the, needing to watch all the races part. But Brandon, not a fan. He thinks that the whole industry is rigged, if you can believe it.
He thinks the whole industry is rigged?
Yeah, he thinks that it's big old waste of time.
Sounds like he's been... Wait, I don't know if I should say this. I'm going to say it anyway. Sounds like he's been reading those H. Wallace articles.
Exactly. Oh,
Ha!
He's all over them. Yeah. Oh, it's been quite fascinating reading those leaks, but I don't see anything that points to a whole industry being rigged. I don't think that anything like deciding to buy shares in a racehorse can possibly lead to, terrible bankruptcy or anything, which is all he's worried about.
Were you planning on buying shares in Hugh's racehorse?
Oh, no. Actually, what I was more leaning towards in the end was investing in Yasmin and Rex's upcoming projects.
Oh.
It was still hush-hush, but...
The Horse Whisperer.
You can just tell when some people have a plan.
Yeah, of course.
And...
Their plan seemed good to you?
Oh, absolutely. They had pages and pages of proposals. I didn't read them all, but they were there.
And so you mentioned, I got to read these H. Wallace articles. If there are ones already that are hinting about leaks and things, I wonder where those leaks came. Oh.
Well, you know what I think? I think H. Wallace talks a lot about anonymous sources and all of that. I reckon he is his own sources. I reckon he's gone in there firsthand.
You think it might be Hugh, is what you're saying?
That's interesting. I like it.
You should confront him.
That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it?
Why do you say that?
Oh, I don't know, like living a double life and then suddenly his security winds up dead. It all sort of fits together like a mafioso movie.
That's it. You cracked the case. Can you think of anyone? Did you know Vinny?
No, not at all.
Can you think of any reason that someone might kill him?
Well, I just said that maybe there is some sort of double identity thing like that going on. Like, it's got to be Hugh, right?
Of course, as H. Wallace, definitely.
Well, no, who is the only one really involved in this? I mean, the rest of us were just unfortunate bystanders. Or maybe not so unfortunate. Maybe he planned it so that there would be lots of us here to take the heat off.
Maybe. That's an interesting thought. Maybe whoever sent the message to the guard was trying to save him? That seems a bit far-fetched. Oh, okay. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little bit stuck in the weeds again. I need to take a step back. I need to take a step back and think of what it is I can look at. I could read these old H. Wallace articles because I've had two people mention those articles already existing. What else do I need? I need to follow up on what caused that interference. I need to find out who posed as Granger's wife. Don't know how best to do that now. Unless maybe Tommy... If I think Tommy didn't do it, he might know who... Maybe he knows the best way to do that sort of stuff. So he might help me track them down. Because did the Boff mention if we knew the website they used, we might be able to do it?
Oh, no, there are lots of possible
Okay, so there's
ones.
no real way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so much weird stuff going on right now. Okay, so I should read these. I think I'm a little bit stuck, but I'm going to read these articles. Maybe they'll give me like a thing to look at or a person or a little hint somewhere. Okay. So I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going to Google H. Wallace, and I'm going to find these old articles.
All right, so you find it, and it's pretty easy when you just Google horse racing H. Wallace,
Yep.
you find a bunch of things, posted things, and also some other ones saying, who is H. Wallace? Outrage at H. Wallace, in inverted commas. Like, they don't think it's a real name, that sort of thing.
Those fools.
People trying to figure it out. And they do seem to be about industry corruption, mostly of individuals, but occasionally very little rings, like a couple of accusations of race rigging or betting against your own horses, that sort of business. Some about fraud and some about unsubstantiated provenance of horses. And, some things about possible, drugging of horses, either in a good way or a bad way. Even some about mysterious horse deaths.
Oh, what does it say about mysterious horse death?
There have just been a couple of people who have had, prize racehorses who have gone out to stud or whatever. But for whatever reason, the first time they were bred, the baby horse died.
Hugh said he knew, straight from the day of its birth, whether a horse was going to make it.
No, he said he believed he could tell that.
Whatever, right? I wonder if he's like, I can't afford a horse right now. That's going to be a good horse. I'm going to kill it before it can go into my competition. I mean, that would be wild and ridiculous. I'm just saying that. Is there any mention of anyone I've met in this? Like, does Hugh get mentioned in any of these articles?
No.
No Hugh. Anyone else who's here?
No. But of course, that might just be that Mandy has just moved on to this group. And is
of
currently
course.
working them.
What does this get me? What do I know now? I've got these H. Wallace articles, which they just tell me about this industry corruption rate. Mysterious horse deaths is interesting. The horse drugging is interesting. I wonder if there's a connection between the horse drugging and what Rex does, where he's like, I'm a horse whisperer. I can do all this fancy stuff with horses. Maybe he's just drugging them. Unsubstantiated providence. What do I know about... So providence would be like parentage.
Yeah, pedigree. Horse pedigree.
And where they came from.
Yeah.
What do we know about steepled fragrance? Do they have provenance documents?
Again, is it Providence or Provenance?
Provenance.
I can't even tell which one you're saying.
I was saying Providence by accident.
Okay.
Do they have provenance documents for... I'm going to ask Hugh. Hugh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know this seems unrelated, but as part of my investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Steepled fragrance.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to see the provenance documents for SF?
Sorry, they're in another location.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
They're kept with the breeders.
That seems interesting. Is there any way that you could produce them for me? You don't have a copy on hand?
No, not on hand. Sorry.
Well, that's shifty. Where does this all come together? How does this all piece together? Let me look back here. When it comes to motives, my first suggestion was secrets of Hugh. Someone was searching in his office and bedroom. Vinny was seen at those search points, and now in the footage, I've seen that Vinny did do some searching. So I'm back on the Vinny searching train. So maybe he was found searching for stuff in the bedroom as well. Maybe he was doing the searching there, and somebody found him, and that's where they had a kerfuffle / murder. I know Mandy was searching, but she has the cover story that is a cover story of a... she seems like it makes sense. It's not... There's nothing evil going on there. There's that water trail that connects the master bedroom to the murder. There's this number spoofing of someone who tried to have him not be here. Why would you not want him here unless there was a third person who was going to be searching? Or if it was Mandy who sent that message.
As you're standing in the... What room are you in?
Right now, I'm in the hallway right outside the bathroom.
Oh, okay. From a little distance away, but you're not in the soundproof area, so you distinctly hear it.
Is that the front door?
Front door of the penthouse.
I run to the front door, stopping
before
everybody
you can
else.
get there.
Yeah, before you can get there. And I look out the little peephole.
You can't see anyone, but that's just because they're very short.
Oh.
You open the door.
I open the door?
It's an ancient old lady.
Hello?
Forgive me, but I couldn't help but notice that
You were a policeman. I saw you getting in and then out of the elevator.
Yes.
With the young woman before?
Yes, of
very
course.
Odd.
With Mandy. Wink.
And I just thought I'd like to make a complaint.
You'd like to make a complaint?
I would like to make a complaint about indecency in this building.
Please go ahead.
I saw a man running through the halls in his underpants.
Underwear man! When was this?
Oh, this was last night.
Last night. Do you know what time? Do you know what time, madam?
About my bedtime, so around 8:15.
8:15. So, 8. After dinner, after the murder was found, where was a naked man hiding, whose wet clothes are in the hamper, who committed the murder, and then disappeared? Where was he hiding? And when did he leave? Oh, naked man! Solve This Murder is created by Bill Sunderland and Dani Siller. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at Solve This Murder. For questions, queries and theories, send an email to solvethismurderpod@gmail.com. Thank you to Jared, Devon and Whit of Advanced Sagebrush and Shootouts for creating our theme music. And thanks to all of you for listening.